Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived to Beaverbrook, and as you can see, we have a beautiful lineup of vintage Aston Martins. We'll talk a little bit more about these tomorrow, but for now we are going to head into the hotel and check into our room. Of course, joined by my lovely wife, always doing it for the gram. It's my first time staying here as well. Wow, how beautiful is that? As mentioned in last week's video, we are here at Beaverbrook with Aston Martin. It's their 110th year anniversary as a company. It's also 60 years since the Aston Martin DB5, which is an absolute classic car. Probably my all-time favourite, and many of yours as well. It's an absolute beauty, and hopefully we're going to be getting to take a look at that car again tomorrow and enjoy immersing ourselves in that iconic heritage. But as you can hear, Lids is just sorting out her clothes behind us. We're staying in the Dowager room.
Dowager.
It is unreal. I've never stayed at Beaverbrook before, as I said, and wow, what a way to start our stay here. If I just quickly show you our room, I won't do a huge room tour, but I'll quickly spin around and show you what's going on. So, first things first, we have Miss Millen Gordon. We were welcomed with some information about our stay, also a couple of boxes, which we'll open in a second. We have views from our terrace overlooking the outdoor restaurant, which is ever so cool. And then to the right we have the croquet lawn. Such a beautiful day. And then we come back into the room. Ginormous bathroom with his and her sinks, and look at that tub. Unreal. And a second balcony which overlooks what looks to be, I'm going to double check, a pond. We have the Bamford toiletries, and also for this trip I packed my Globetrotter suitcase, which is a customised suitcase that I designed probably 2 or 3 months ago. It's a really cool classic looking trunk. Aston Martin have actually done their own edit with Globetrotter, and it's done incredibly well. If you want to go and check it out, then definitely do. I also have my fedora, which of course is going to be styled up tomorrow. We did spot the Christie's hat box just there, which is very, very cool. And should we quickly open up and see what's inside these boxes?
Should I do the honours?
You should do the honours, yes.
Okay. Well, these are, I mean, I have already peeked at these, but these are
I haven't seen them yet.
They are probably the nicest men's gloves I've ever seen. So these are from Dents, and these are fine leather gloves made in England, and also a royal warrant holder to the Princess of Wales, which obviously will be changed when, obviously.
Yes. Wow. Oh look, they've got perforated fingers.
Perforated fingers for breathability.
Wow.
But for me, it's the detail on these buttons here that they established Dents in 1711.
Wow.
1777, sorry, not 1711.
Dents are a fabulous brand. I've got 2 pairs of Dents gloves actually, and I don't have that style. It's a very classic style, a nice black leather glove. Yeah. I've got both my styles of Dents gloves are driving gloves, so it's nice to have. Yes, they can be, but mine are like really designed for driving with the shape and style of them. And one pair, I think they're called the driving gloves. They're like a knitted fabric. But anyway, beautiful. Very nice. I love the box as well.
Am I opening mine?
Yeah, go for it. We'll take a look.
I was very, very lucky to receive a silk scarf from Aston Martin. It feels like they know me very well, because tan,
yes,
ivory with a little touch of green, and it's the...
you do know that they're very Aston colours.
Yes, they're very, very classic Aston, but very classic Lydia colours as well. So that, I think, can you imagine in our next car if we have a convertible, even though I don't think we're going to get a convertible, with this,
Yes.
like, hold on.
I mean, you make everything look good, Lids.
Oh, thanks, babe. Very kind.
Apart from me on your arm, that's a strugs.
No! I don't know how to do it, but...
Yes.
I don't
It's
like
giving
how
me
to
Italian
do it.
grandma vibes.
Yeah, yeah.
But that is a chic look anyway, like that is a good vibe. Yeah, definitely. Love it.
So very, very grateful for those. My
Yeah,
goodness.
beautiful.
So well selected.
Aston Martin always do incredible gifts.
Is this my first trip with Aston Martin other than the one that we did to the Cotswolds? Because I couldn't go on the last one, could I?
No.
So I think this is my first trip.
Yeah. The Art of Living was the last one you did, yeah.
Yes,
Time.
but I couldn't do the one to... What was the one that you went to that I couldn't go to?
My most recent trip to the Maple Riviera.
Yeah.
France.
Yeah.
South France.
Yes.
DB12.
I wasn't able to come to that.
I know, you missed out big time. That was
I did
a
miss
spectacular
out.
trip. But anyway, we are going to get freshened up, and this evening we're going to make our way down to dinner. Okay, I've just finished up getting ready for the evening. I think today's just kind of like an introduction. I'm going to go down, meet the team, settle into Beaverbrook and enjoy this marvellous building, and then hopefully get a relatively early night because tomorrow is the big day when we're going to be heading to the revival. But I thought I would quickly share with you this evening's look. It's been very hot today, and so I wanted to keep it very casual, very light, not too stuffy. So I've gone for a Luca Filoni Portofino linen shirt, and I've teamed it with a pair of Lydia 1949 linen trousers. I've then got some suede loafers on from Suit Supply, and then my watch, and also my Tiger Stone necklace from the Hall Patel collection. So very pared back, very light tones, but very comfortable, and I'm going to breathe. So it should be a very lovely evening. We're going to hopefully catch the last of the light.
I don't think so.
What's up, Will? Wow. Well, we've just come down for some drinks on the terrace, and it is a scorcher this evening. Look at that. I missed sunset actually. I just caught the end of it. We're busy chatting, but yeah, beautiful this evening. Okay, so we just arrived to dinner. This is our private room this evening. It's absolutely beautiful.
Good evening, my name is Wojciech and I'm executive chef in Beaverbrook. I've been here for the last 6 years and my specialty is Japanese cuisine. However, I've been trained not only in Japanese but also working for Gordon Ramsay or in Noma in Copenhagen. Tonight I'm taking you back to the 60s when Aston Martin DB5 was invented just 1 year later to be iconic car for James Bond. So we're starting with a French soup. In the 60s, the English cuisine was very much influenced by the French cooking. So French soup was something very, very common. So we're serving them with the foraged Giro mushrooms, which are now in the season, and some Gruyere cheese on top. Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No doubt that's so technical.
Because it's by the river, these vineyards are by a river, local river. I don't remember the name of the river because again it's my day off. This river, in certain condition, makes this fog. It goes into the vineyard. This fog carry.
It's also very 60s pudding. We have sort of cover ice cream on top, sponge and meringue with the.
Very American dessert, is that right? Because I've never had a baked.
Well, we love it.
Sorry. Yeah.
I don't know if it's American, but I love it.
Oh, I feel like I've only ever heard it. Like, yeah, have a baked Alaska in America.
Oh my god, it's the best.
Okay, I've never had it. This is gonna be a first. Okay.
So this is your debut baked Alaska.
What's the first?
But we had one last night, which is the funny thing, and it was like the best baked Alaska I've ever had in my life.
Where?
At Dormy House.
Dormy House. I've heard of Dormy House. Yeah,
But it was like Usually a baked Alaska is like with chocolate, but this was with passion fruit.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Passion fruit. Wow.
I was talking about it this morning. Like I can't, like it was amazing.
You know it's good when you're talking about it in the morning after. Yeah.
I'm like still thinking about it. That's how
Wow.
Oh, Paul, you're in the firing zone. I know.
Wow.
We've got the hairspray on tonight.
Good morning, everyone. It is a very lovely start to the day here at Beaverbrook. Lids is just currently in the shower. Our hairstylists and the makeup team coming in to help with today's look, and as expected, it's looking like it's going to be an absolutely beautiful day. How nice does it look out here? I cannot tell you how excited I am for today. I've wanted to do Goodwood Revival for a very long time, so it's going to be a very special day. And I think we have a little treat in store. Well, our breakfast has arrived this morning and a wasp is already on it. It's that time of year, but I'm going to allow it to do its thing. Got a cappuccino with an aircraft in the top, which is a lovely touch. Lydia's Americano, and then we've got 2 Beaverbrook eggs Benedict with caviar. Look absolutely delicious. So we're going to enjoy this on this beautiful morning. The sun's coming up, and then we are going to get the hairstylist in and we'll see what we're going to do with this hair.
Have any product in your hair, do you?
I have nothing in my hair, mate.
Oh, lovely.
I was prepared for you.
So we're doing anything with the facial hair as well?
No, we can leave that because it's so short.
Okay, you're happy with just that stubble?
Yeah, I'll just leave it if that's okay, just because if I shave it off and for a moustache, you're not hardly going to see it, and then I've got to deal with that.
Yeah, I've got to deal with the pain of then also growing it back out again.
Yeah.
So what do you usually do with it? It's usually just a short stubble?
Yeah, basically I used to cut it like, leave it a bit long, and then I realised that I was doing it sort of every 5 days, and I was getting bored. Yeah. So instead I just shave it really short and then let it grow for like 2 weeks and then shave it.
Okay.
So it's actually quite short at the minute, because I only did it in the week.
Yeah.
But yes. So good morning, everyone. We have Scott with us, who's going to be styling us. It's got sort of like a bit of a pomade style, would you say? Is that how you'd say it?
Yeah, it's more of a sort of 50s, more of a slick kind of era. So definitely more of a pomade, more of a wet look you're going for today.
Not too dissimilar to how I style my hair anyway. Just slightly higher at the front, slightly slicker at the back. And it's not quite dropping down enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I think also having that sort of natural kink as well, it does try and push it up.
Yes. That's why I blow dry it, because I blow dry it straight. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the heat just sort of forces that.
I'm just going to take anything that is slightly abnormal off the top.
Well, this is today's Goodwood Revival look complete. As you can see, quite relaxed, gone for quite a light tonal look. I wanted to be super comfortable today because it's going to be incredibly hot. So this is a slightly oversized shirt from Darcy Clothing. It's got the spear point collars. I'm wearing a tie bar just to holding my very funky duck tie, which is from a brand called Burton. I believe it's a vintage tie, and well, I know it's a vintage tie. And then I've got some braces on, which I'm also wearing with these slightly wider double pleated leg trousers from Brioni. And of course, loafers. Loafers were huge in the 1950s, and so I'm going to be wearing the Boston loafers by Crockett and Jones. And lastly, to complete my look, I'm going to be wearing this fedora, which I spoke about on this channel before, by Thomas Farthing.
Good. Sorry.
Wide load.
Yeah. Good. Perfect.
No big deal, but Mr. Millen Gordon is driving the DV5. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity and
Unreal. You know what? It smells.
oh, spectacular.
Unreal. I wish I could send the smell down the phone.
Yeah. We are leading the convoy today with Aston Martin, except we have these guys in front filming us, which is pretty cool as well.
We didn't have muscles like that in the 1940s.
Yeah. How are you finding the drive?
Unreal, I'm just in my element. Just trying to soak it all in. Don't know the next time this, if ever, I'll get to drive a DB5.
We just had a motorcyclist pull up next to us because we're following behind the DBX, and he said, wow, there's quite a contrast between the new and the old. I know which one I'd love to have.
So nice. Drive around in this all day.
A drive.
Toy is a tweeter. Quite romantic, isn't it?
Stunning.
We've just pulled up to a restaurant cafe just on the side of the road. I think we're going to do a car swap to see if Lydia fancies driving. Wow, what an incredible experience. Just everything from the feel to the smell to the sound. It's just everything I imagined and more. So much fun, and I'm looking forward to hopefully doing a little bit more driving, either as a passenger or in the driving seat, but unreal. We're just going to do a few shots in front of the rolling countryside hills, so we're just moving the DB5 out, reverse that in place, and we've currently stopped at the Hilltop Kitchen for a few drinks. So yes, that looks incredible. Well, we've just arrived to Goodwood House. I'm going to head inside, pick up our passes, get ready for the day. Very polite of you. Well, we're just leaving the main house to head over to the event, and they've actually got a golf stand set up just on the first tee, I think, here. Par 3. Wow, 2 nice shots on the green. I'm impressed. See if we can pick those up on the video.
We worked in America.
Wow. We're just in the DBX, probably a 707 with a carbon fibre seats at the back, and we're just getting shuttled over in style. You can see there's a paddock viewing point where we have stand stalls and lots of cars lined up. Everybody's looking fabulous today. Lots of braces, lots of hats, lots of neckerchiefs, and lots of very raspy sounding engines. Lids, okay. Just arrived to the hospitality. We're going to grab a quick bite to eat and a drink, cool down, and then we'll head out and see what's going on.
First of all, 110 years, so Aston Martin, trace its history about 110 years. We're founded in London by 2 guys, Robert Bamford, Lionel Martin, formed a little company called Bamford and Martin, and then built a car. And then they named the car Aston Martin, taking Lionel's surname, coupled with Aston Clinton, which is a place where they used to go and race their cars. So that's where the name comes from. And all the way through the 20s, when the company was sort of forming, it was all about motorsport. Number 1 priority, making racing cars. Second priority, trying to make some money and sell them to the public. So, you know, it's kind of a gradual transformation from being a racing car maker to a road car maker, but always racing cars.
Just finished off having some lunch in the hospitality, and we're now exploring the grounds. There are so many people here, and it is literally like walking around a film set. It's very cool. Okay, my darling?
Yes.
Indiana Jones styling over there.
Oh, yeah.
So many cool hats. Wow, the most beautiful LV trunks being displayed. Baggage collection. Stunning. cross the bridge to the fun fair area. How cool does it look down here? What a vibe. What a vibe. There's some really nice vintage shops around. It's really interesting seeing how the era's changed. You can definitely tell people that are dressed from the 60s and people that have dressed into the 50s and the 40s, particularly in the women's wardrobe department. I find it's really prominent.
Oh look, there's Alitex.
Oh yeah, how sweet. I must go and say hello. Have you seen this artwork with all of the garden and stuff? Yeah. It's actually the pig with an Alitex greenhouse. That is Alitex, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely is, yeah. Oh yeah, Alitex greenhouses explored potential, yeah.
Their sounds always look so good.
Yeah. Well, the plan of action is to head back over the bridge, which you can see up there, and hopefully make our way to the track, because I'd love to see some racing today. It is getting packed up. Not loads, but a little bit. Not to me, ever.
So if you go back to smelling that and compare the two next.
Wow, such a difference. This is so much sweeter than I think.
This has got a very. Actually, when things. And that's the glory of a.
That was very good. I was trying to turn the
glass.
No,
Absolutely.
it's fine. I think it was okay.
I think it almost.
A little bit,
Tiny. It was a.
I tried to turn the bottle.
Superman speed.
No, I was trying to turn the bottle. I was like, wait, there's too many hands here.
He wasn't trying to save your dress, he was just demonstrating his whiskey.
What are you? So with the 15-year-old, yeah, it's another 3 years older, so that's more time in the cask, more time to pull flavour out of the. You're really going to do that, aren't you?
Yeah.
More time to pull flavour out of the wood here. But we're now using more sherry casks, so we've got more influence from a different type of oak. Sherry casks will be made from European oak rather than American oak. They've been seasoned, they've been marinated, if you like, with a different seasoning.
One season of.
So when you say
Usually do one barrel loads for a certain amount of years, and then they can be used for whiskey. Or
yes, basically. So generally we'll season it with sherry. We'll have sherry in the cask only for around 18 months.
So you're actually actively flavouring the cask as opposed to creating sherry in it.
Yes, we're doing two. Yes, basically the sherry that we season the cask with never gets drunk as sherry. Its job is to season our cask,
And you get quite a good life cycle out of that sherry. Can you use it?
That sherry is never drunk as sherry. It becomes it never seasons another cask.
Wow. Okay.
It gets distilled to become Spanish brandy.
Oh wow.
It gets
so it gets recycled, but in a non-sherry way.
If you know someone who's a bit fancy about their cooking and boasts about their asparagus risotto, they're probably the sort of person who uses sherry vinegar in it. Their sherry vinegar started its life seasoning.
They're making fun of me and my risotto.
Some of it doesn't even have that dignity. You know, some of that sherry just becomes industrial alcohol. You know, honestly. So on a cold winter's morning, when you're driving to your local shop to buy a bottle of Bowmore, the only reason that your car is going to start is because the antifreeze you put into your car started its life as the sherry that's seasoning the casks that we needed to make the Bowmore whiskey about 15 years ago.
It's byproduct.
Yeah.
And we're recycling everything as well.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's a sustainability story that's tucked away in drinking whiskey, which is great.
I like that. Yeah, great excuse.
Well, we've come to take a good look at some classic cars. From old to new, we've got the Aston Martin DB5, and then situated right next to it is the DB12, the latest DB car to hit the market. Looks absolutely spectacular. And then of course we have the Aston Martin DBX. Well, we've had a wonderful day and we're just finishing off the afternoon, just taking a look at some of the cars that were on track earlier. You would have seen them going around, and everybody's just packing down, ready for tomorrow's race. It's a lot cooler at the moment, which is very lovely. I think how cool this is. Get a little private shuttle around the place. So cool, isn't it? Wow, that's spare body parts. It's very inspiring, isn't it, all of the fashion?
Makes me want to buy a lot of cars that I can't afford.
Oh, that as well. Well, we've just come over to take a look at the Spitfires that are all lined up over here. Never actually been this close to a Spitfire before. They're amazing. They're a lot smaller than I thought they would be. I believe they're Spitfires. At least that's what I was told.
Wow.
Yeah, they're absolutely beautiful, aren't they? Yeah, they're all green.